Third stimulus check and third stimulus package. The excitement heats up this coming week as it's finally debuted. Joe Biden will unveil his third stimulus check and third stimulus package, an expression I first coined on this channel, but everyone's using it but not giving me any bacon for it. In this coming week, we're going to see if Joe Biden does exactly what he said he was going to do or does much of nothing. In this video, I'm going to go over everything that Joe Biden promised to give you, and we'll see if whether you get it in this coming week of third stimulus check and third stimulus package. It's a lot of details, and it also involves the issue of the $2,000 Cash Act bill. I have all this exciting, great news. I'm so glad you joined me on third stimulus check and third stimulus package. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm so excited you joined me on Third Stimulus Check and Third Stimulus Package, our new hit show on afternoons at LALATE that goes over Biden's stimulus. This is the big stimulus package that will be debuted next week, I'm reporting. If you've not subscribed, please do, because you want to be live with me when this details hit. It's going to be a big week with big news, and I don't want you to miss any of it. Also, hit that alert button so you can alert when I next go live. The video right after this is Being a Mitch, and I'll be back live with you, so make sure you hit that alert button. Also, like this video and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VOP. Thousands of viewers have already become members, so you should as well. You get early access to videos before they launch for everyone else. You get access to emojis, with new emojis coming across the board. And the more of you that join, the more emojis I can make. And additional features will be rolled out in the coming weeks. So exciting, so make sure you consider hitting that join link in this video. And let's get to all the details that's happening today. What's happening today is that third stimulus check will be debuted in a new package from Biden this coming week, and we're going to see whether everything he promised for over the last few months are happening, or whether it's going to be totally new and totally different. Are we going to be totally surprised? And we're also going to see if everything that we've wondered is actually happening. Then I'll be turning also to the $2,000 Cash Act Fix-It bill. Biden confirms it's going to be in his package. It's not going to be standalone. So hence another change. Okay. Yeah, some of us love surprises. Some of us is just like, give us our money. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that the third stimulus check package is getting debuted next week, baby. Oh my God, after months and months and months and months, we finally get to see it. But do we get to see all of it? That's what viewers are wondering, as I am. Are we going to get those sort of broad stroke, sort of vague sentences like, I'm going to give you some help, new check back, and I'm not telling you the amount just yet? Or are we going to get details? I'm going to give you $600 a week from this week to that week, and this is how many weeks you're going to get. We hope we get some details. So let me go over what Joe Biden has promised and what will happen next week. But first, let me turn to the $2,000 Cash Act. Joe Biden confirms that the $2,000 Cash Act bill will be part of the third stimulus package. So what he's saying is that if you got the $600 stimulus check under the second stimulus package, he's going to pay you the remainder of the money to get you to $2,000. That's $1,400 additional per individual, double that for a married couple, $1,400 additional for a child, and $2,000 for adult dependent if you never got a stimulus check. Also, the retroactive stimulus check for the adult dependent excluded under the first stimulus package. So Joe Biden is confirming that that is in the second stimulus package. Well, Joe, is there any other stimulus checks? This is sort of the 2020 stimulus check. So where's the 2021 stimulus check? Let's just I hope he keeps his promise about multiple stimulus checks, because, when we're talking about giving you a check you were owed last year, this year is a really nice gift. It's nice, but you still owe us a little bit more money. So let me explain what Joe Biden has promised. He had promised you multiple stimulus packages and checks until the pandemic ends or is so needed. And The Cash Act is a stimulus package from last year, and giving it this year is not. Yeah, so $2,000 stimulus checks every month. I don't know. $2,000 stimulus checks several months, presumably. Nothing but a Cash Act check. Disgraceful. I can't believe he would do that. But we are prepared. We are prepared to be shocked and horrified. Now, before I get to that detail, what I want to say to you is that Joe Biden says that this is up for negotiations. He said that for weeks. So get ready to use those fingers if we have to start tweeting, disgraceful. You got to change this, Joe. That's the first thing. $2,400 for SSI and SSI and Social Security and railroad benefits and veterans benefits. Yes, he promised that too. Is he going to change that? Let's hope not. How does that work? That's $200 on top of your existing benefits for 12 months to December 31st. Okay. Automatic, yes. For all those people, yes. If I'm a veteran and I'm also on Social Security, do I get both? No, you only get one per person. Is it for children, little young kids? No, it's for adults. Is it taxable? Well, do you not want it if it's taxable? I keep on getting that question from people. Is it taxable? Well, maybe it is. Why? Do you not want it? If you don't want it, I'll just tell Joe he doesn't have to pay you. He'll pay the other viewer the money if you don't want it. I don't know, but I presume it is taxable if you are above the threshold to pay taxes. Remember, you have to be above a threshold to pay taxes. If you're not above the threshold, you don't have to pay taxes. But if you're already paying taxes, because let's say you made $40,000 last year because you have Tesla stock or something, then you get $200 on top of your Social Security benefits, which are taxable, then you have to pay taxes on that as well. But I'm not turning this into a tax channel anytime soon. The 20%, up to 20% increase on top of your SSI and SSDI, yes. And the new benchmark different than COLA? Yes. How do we know all this from Joe? Because he had it in his transition papers in writing in incredible detail. And he also had it in his campaign papers. So is he going to change his opinion? Let's see next week. Oh, Lord, hazard pay. When did he last talk about hazard pay? In his transition papers. So is he going to change that as well? Let's hope not. Did Joe ever talk about $10,000 hazard pay? No. Nancy gave you $10,000 hazard pay under HEROES Act. Joe never gave a number to it, but he did include the eligibility things. So hazard pay throughout Nancy and Joe has been $10,000, $13 an hour from January all the way up to 60 days after the pandemic. And whether you were employed or unemployed, part-time, full-time, the employer applies, not you. So some of the questions I'm getting are the obvious ones. Will Joe have you apply or the employer? I don't know. Will Joe change the eligibility group of essential workers? I don't know. We're going to have to see for that. Remember, the eligibility group under Nancy's HEROES Act was voluminous. It was several pages long, 6 pages long. Are we going to see that this week, or are we going to see sort of a vague sentence? I don't know. If you were employed as an essential worker sometime during the pandemic, lost that job, and now have another job or still unemployed, do you still get it? Yes, that's the concept of hazard pay. It would be a disservice to the American people if Joe Biden says, I'm going to give hazard pay for people who are just starting hazard pay right now. Wait a second, what if I was hazard pay in December of last year or November last year? That's counterintuitive. That's not anything like what he has ever said. So let's hope he doesn't change his opinion on that as well. FPUC retro, which is a big discussion of viewers. He has always said FPUC retro to January 25th at $600 a week. He puts the number in writing. Is he going to change that? He also says $600 a week going forward to the end of the pandemic, which is different than second stimulus, which has FPUC to March 14th and UI and PUA to March 14th. Is he going to go to the end of the pandemic at $600 a week with UI and PUA to the end of the pandemic, which is at least June or July? That's what he promised. Let's see what happens. I think you see a sort of a running thing going on here. Yes. EIDL. I love when I always say it that way. EIDL. The remainder of $10,000 EIDL grant. He said he's going to give that to you. Is he going to? Or the EIDL grant you never got, that's going to come this coming week under second stimulus, the $1,000 per employee. He has a new SBA head. Thank goodness. It's not Javita Carranza. She's gone. Javita LALATE is still here, as is Blaine 66, as is the disco guy, as is the sirloin and the calcino, the quartet, but Javita Carranza is going. So all the policies of SBA will change, including the policy of not paying the $10,000 EIDL grant. That was a Republican, Trump, Carranza, Kimberly Butler policy. Along with that were other policies like cannabis does not qualify for anything under PPP or agricultural, even if you grow the cannabis. That could also change under Biden. These are interpretations of government codes. And if the person interpreting the government code is different, they may interpret it differently. So we will see that maybe this week or shortly thereafter. What else under Biden? You're going to see more rent, more utilities, broadband, free internet, and ready for this one? Now, this one he actually said on Friday. So if he changes his opinion from last Friday to this next week, that's a problem. That really is a problem. But I don't think he's going to do that. Last Friday, he said he's going to do student loan debt forgiveness. My goodness, it's insane. It's insane. And then came the comments. Does that any student loan debt forgiveness that's federal, that's 30 years old? Yes. Any it's 50-year-old student loan debt forgiveness? Yes. So Joe said he'll do it up to $10,000. Chuck wants it all forgiven. So this is what Joe said last Friday or Thursday. Is he going to change his opinion this Thursday? I hope not. It's only been 4 days, Joe. Don't change your opinion on this. What else? Well, you're going to certainly be surprised by things in the third stimulus package. Here's my prediction and my hope. My prediction is that Nancy Pelosi's CDC grant under HEROES Act and Lifeline grant under HEROES Act sound duplicative. The CDC grant is a grant for essential workers. It sounds like hazard pay. The Lifeline grant is a grant for businesses. It sounds like EIDL grant. So why is the same person able to get 3 different instruments? I don't expect that to get to the finish line. If it does, I would be shocked. That's my prediction. That where you see things that are duplicative, the same person like an Uber driver, and you've seen me make this video before, that the Uber driver can literally get $100,000 because there's conflicting provisions that allow him to apply here. I don't think that's ever going to get passed. I don't even think it's going to get to a bill. I think they're going to fix it before they get it to a bill. That's my first prediction. My second prediction is he has always said that this is up for negotiations. So I would expect him to come in big and tailor back. I would be shocked if he comes in small. I have been reporting in recent weeks that Joe Biden says he wants his teachers' bill to be $7 trillion, and his roads bill to fix the highway at $9 trillion. So would a stimulus bill be only $3 trillion? By all accounts, it should be 5 to 7 because it will include state and local, as Joe Biden indicates, which will be at least $1 trillion. So how much more money is going to leave for you? Ultimately, the number one question I've got in the last 24 hours, especially in the last 8 hours, is what date am I receiving something? My new promise to you on this channel is I'm not going to answer that question. Why? You saw what happened the last 14 days when Steve Mnuchin said in December that everyone's $600 stimulus check was sent out that day. It wasn't. So I was reporting that Steve Mnuchin says it was sent out, and you and I were searching for it and panicking, thinking it was lost. It was never mailed out. And so ultimately, it doesn't make sense to say, when are you physically going to receive it? Because we don't know when they're physically mailing it out. What we will start talking about on this channel is when things physically become law. And from there on out, we will track it as a team to ensure when you can get it after it becoming law. Hazard pay, not law. You can't apply for it. All these things are not law. But as a Purple Hawk, what you need to do is be prepared to pounce. Why? Because all of these things have diminishing funds. When they go live, you shouldn't be getting ramped up on education of them. You should be already with me, fully educated, which are for you and which you're ready to pounce and get. As soon as they go live, I will tell you the location, where they are, and tell you apply right now. It's sort of like what I'm saying right now for agricultural farmers and ranchers. I'm telling them for EIDL, go get your Streamline application in now, today, Sunday, because I'm hearing the grant will go live on Monday, and when it goes live, they'll be ready to get their grant automatically. That's how I'm preparing you accordingly. And with that, subscribe to this channel. And also like this video and hit the alert button and that bell so you can alert when a new video goes live, which is right after this. Bean and Mitch, I'll next go live with you, answer your questions on air. And consider becoming a member by clicking that join link on this video. It's not a button, but a link. You can see it on both iPhones and Android devices. And it's also in the pinned comment of this video. Meantime, if you need to reach out to a volunteer, go to the pinned comment under this video, open it up, and you'll see a link to news.la.com/community. Stay informed, stay focused, stay positive, and we'll have a very exciting week ahead of us. Make sure you become a member so as a group we get to the finish line, which in some cases we're already over. Stay with us and stay with me, and I'll see you in just a few minutes.